Hey guys, DanaJ here, founder of Bullies Keep Out, and we are here today talking with one of our friends and advocates, Sara McCulloch. And most of you know her as the Leaf Lady from Once Upon a Time. She works behind the scenes, even though she does many, many other things and works on many, many other shows and films. That's where a lot of you I know her from. So, Sara, thank you for taking time out of your day to talk to me today.
Hi, I'm here. I'm
You're
here. This is weird. I've never done this before, so I'm
no,
going to
you're
say,
good. You're good.
all right.
You're totally good. All right, so we just wanted to, just wanted to thank you for taking the time out of your day because I know your schedule's hectic. So we're just gonna roll into the first question that I usually like to ask everybody of why you decided to come on board and work with us at Bullies Keep Out, and what are your thoughts on the bullying situation, both online and offline?
Oh, first of all, there's just no place for it in our world right now. The, it's just such a tough time, isn't it? I,
Mm-hmm.
I think about my high school days when I was bullied, and until I learned how to do a proper Scottish kiss, kids left me alone. And if anybody out there knows what a Scottish kiss is, it's a good clock on the forehead with your forehead. All the Scots will know about that. But anyways, I think it's I think it's terribly important that we all need to stand up to bullies. It's just I personally think there's just no place for it, and I think it's getting more and more abundant. It's just everywhere. And it's not just with kids in school, it's adults too. I see it constantly, unfortunately, in the film industry.
Mm-hmm.
I see it in everybody's industry, and it's got to stop. So I personally stand up to it. I don't allow any bullshit. I don't allow anything like that. And if I see that happening with other people, I'll get right in there and help them out. It's just not right. It's an awful thing.
You know,
That's what I can say. It's just, I'm right there to help anybody if that happens. I like to come to all the high school. That's
yeah.
what I like to do. Kind of walk down the hallway, check out who's bullying who, and then clock them in the forehead. Well, that'd be great. They're like, oh, geez, that went down fast, didn't it? But yeah, it's not a good thing. It's an awful thing. But you know what? A lot of people are standing up to it, and I think it's brilliant that everybody's getting into this. I love this, and I would be thrilled. I'd be there in a heartbeat in Nova Scotia. I was going to say Nova Scotia, New York City. Great place to all live in. I love that. I love New York City.
Yeah, no, it's a great city. You need a break from it once in a while, but I do love it. It just can get a little, chaotic and craziness, and sometimes you need a break, like more with nature and not so much with so many people that we have here.
Yeah, wasn't I telling you that? You need to go to green space. All you people that are so stressed out in New York City, or even if you have people bullying you, tell them to go F off and then go find a park and go put your head up against the bottom of a tree there and just sit. Just sit and still your mind. That's what I was trying to tell Dana, everybody, but I don't think she's done that yet. Have you
I
now?
know you're gonna kill, I was ill for a while, and then it started raining the weekend that I was gonna go after I spoke to you, and you're like, promise me you're gonna send me pictures. Yep, that never happened, and I will not lie. I really wanted to, and I do have to do it because I do need to do it. Either that or I need like a 10-month vacation.
Yeah,
So,
I think a lot of New Yorkers, if they know better what's good for them, go to a park, take a time out, and just go there and sit on the grass and feel the sun in your face, for God's sake. Let a bug bite you, for Christ's sakes. I don't think there's any room for bugs there in New York City, are there? But
we have them, but
if
you have to
not,
go.
guys, just fly out to Vancouver and come out and visit me, and we'll
Yep.
go for a nice hike. How
Yep.
about that?
I'm gonna be there because we're planning an event in March, and actually
And why not?
Michael Coleman's actually gonna give us a studio, so we'll be talking more about that in the
Oh,
future. So
Mikey, I love that wee happy boy. He's
you'll
be a sweet
you'll
guy.
be there. So you'll be there, and lots of other people will be there, and lots of some of our once friends. So it'll be and lots of other people. So yeah, we have that going. So it's gonna be great. We're gonna do a charity event, but you talk
Yeah,
about
sort of. Are you gonna have like Beverly singing a rock and roll song
Oh
for
yeah,
you
we're
the next
totally.
time
We're
we're
gonna
here
have
again?
music. We're gonna have music. So we're gonna totally make Beverly sing. You know, she's one of our friends here at BKO. We work with her, so of course we're gonna tell her. Yeah, she doesn't have a choice. And we're gonna tell Keegan she has to play the ukulele.
Well, I'll be there in a heartbeat too, love. Really. I
Yeah,
mean,
no, it's great.
when I see other people being bullied too, it's just like these people who are bullies. This is what I take from it, and the ones that are bullies are just miserable, bitter people
Mm-hmm.
that've got nothing better to do than to just bother other people. It's just unbelievable. Can you not take a step back and just realise what you're doing? Because oh my God, the ramifications of people being bullies. Holy Christ, they've got to watch it, man.
It is. It's very. It's very dangerous. You got people taking their lives, kids, teenagers, adults, and well, so you're okay. So this is a good question because a lot of people have different ways to handle it, and I honestly we tell people it depends on the situation. Every situation is different. Sometimes if it's something that's a little bit less like on a lower level, it's like block them, ignore them, don't even engage with it in the negativity. And we've heard other people who are activists say the same thing. And then you also have, or stand up for yourself. So there's one of two, like there's options that you could do. It really is what works best for you. Some people sometimes will get upset because they'll be like, well, if I block it and then my friend's telling me and showing me, and I'm like, okay, but if they're gonna like tell your friends not to show you if you don't want to see it, because there's no point in blocking if somebody's gonna send it to you and show it to you that sees it. You have to kind of wipe it completely out of your life, and a lot of the times they'll just ignore it and go away because they just want to get to you. It's a power thing, and they want to see you struggle, and they want to see you get mad, and they want to see you go down to their level, and that's the dangerous thing.
They actually want to see if you, Christ, I had a brain fart. They actually want to see how far they can get with you. And if they are just like over the top, then that's just the awful thing. That's the thing. Even though I met a lot of wanters, actually, there were a couple of young girls too that were telling me they'd been bullied, and then their families actually had to move them out of that school to go to another school. So one day, I kept up with this one girl and kept in touch with her, and she came to Steveston quite a few times. And I thought, when I ran to my truck and I grabbed some of those, Lana's apples. I have them dangling in my truck in the front there. So I ran to grab one of Lana's apples there, and I gave her a few little momentums. And she was just thrilled beyond over the moon. So anything to make somebody feel a little bit better, holy crap. I think that's why I love my job.
Yeah.
Because everybody, they love the show. But when you do see that, and when I start seeing, between the fandoms and how some girls don't treat other girls very well.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I actually stuck in, I tell them, I say, guys, you're all here for the same thing.
Right.
Stop fighting over what's what, and don't, and there was slight bullying going on in there too, so it's like, you guys need to settle down, it's all good, you're all here for the same place, Bobby and Colin and everybody's going to come out, you're going to get a photograph, and, not to worry. It's just, I found I was doing a fair bit of that too.
Yeah, no, I mean, they're beautiful things, fandoms, and you can sometimes, you do see them come together as they actually have recently online with, the sadness that happened in Manchester, but you also see the toxicity. Yeah, you also see that there is the toxicity of it, and we made a PSA about it. Me and Mallory, who does she does she does Snow White with the cosplay, and she's an advocate along as well as Ami Khan.
Yes, I know her.
Yeah, Mallory and Ami, they work with BKO.
I adore that girl.
Yeah, they're really great.
Stop holding her and hugging her. Yeah, so similar. She really does look an awful lot like Ginny. And
she does.
I met her when they flew up from wherever they're from, California or something.
Yeah, California.
Whenever those guys came up, they're the rock opera, aren't they?
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
Right, I remember. They went to Vancouver.
So a bunch of them came up, and I was introduced to all of them, and they were all so wonderful and
They are.
just hilarious. And each one of them, the one that plays J-Lo and the one that plays Ginny, I mean, my cripes, they've got a little something, je ne sais quoi, about them that looking off like all of them. But Ginny, though, Ginny always, I used to call it Sweet Pea. After the second season, going into the show, it was Sweet Pea, and then third year, and then the fourth year. So then when I met Mallory, I'm like, oh, it's my Sweet Pea. And she goes, well, they call me. And now she's like, don't you ever call me anything but And I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'll call you Sweet Pea. And I adore her. She's just lovely.
Yeah, no, they're really great to work with, and they've been fabulous with Bullies Keep Out, and we're gonna be doing more stuff with them. They're really great, and their heart is really in the cause. And Mallory always, everybody is so great. They always have great ideas of stuff to do. So me and Mallory decided to do a PSA about fandom behavior because we had a lot of people that come to us upset, wanting us to speak out. And we decided, let's do a little something because we saw so much negativity going on with the whole it happens with all shows and all fandoms, and it gets out of control and it's unnecessary. And we felt like it was time to maybe send a little message because we just felt bad for a lot of people because there's so much good, and then that just the negative aspect and the bad side of it, and the people who relentlessly bully, and sometimes you can't ignore them and you have to stand up and you can't just do the block and ignore because it goes a lot deeper and heavier than that, and some of them don't stop, so sometimes it's not as easy and you have to stand up to them.
They don't know how to stop, yeah.
Exactly, and you have to stand up to them, but you also have to be careful, and I've seen a lot of them say it at panels. We've heard, Colin tweeted about it as well. You have to be careful that when you're defending, that you're also not becoming the bully yourself. Like, it's not okay to bully while you're defending. So you have to make sure that you don't fall down to that level of, well, I'm defending somebody against a bully and it's okay, but it's not if you're doing the same thing and doing that same behavior and becoming the bully yourself. And that's where I think a lot of people get confused. And they think, well, I'm protecting people, but you're not if you're engaging in that same behavior.
Exactly. Like, I mean, it's just like I say, it's I see it everywhere to do, and it's unfortunate because I don't understand. I mean, certain people are going through certain things, and then they just lash out, they get furious, and then things happen, and then you learn from that. But if you don't learn from that and they keep going, it gets worse. It's like, where does this all stem from?
Mm.
Does it stem from how these people were brought up? Does it stem from a particular country they come from and they're not agreeing with another country, and then they just get all crazy too? I mean, it's a multiple of reasons why these people are the way they are, and it's really unfortunate. I always just feel badly because I was brought up in a real happy family, and I can't wait to see my brothers and sisters. So there never ever was any bullying. So once I was getting bullied, I'd run to my older brothers and they'd beat the crap out of them. I'm like, okay, all right, now one day. But no, I mean, they wouldn't do that. But they would go and talk to the person who was bullying. And well, and that's how you deal with it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to strike and full force, that's just not the right way to go. But yeah, I'm so happy to join you guys, and I would really look forward to March coming next year. I'll be right there in a flash.
Yeah, we have so many awesome things that we're doing that we are going to involve so many people in, and it's really, we love the people that we work with. They've become great friends, and they're just very humble and passionate about the cause. So we love to have, people like you on board because it helps. Yeah, it helps people. It helps people get through it. It gives them advice. They get so many different perspectives from different industries, from different areas, and all of it counts to help, and it all raises awareness. So it all impacts them, and that's what we try to do.
Exactly.
And you're right.
You learn about bullying that in certain workplaces that you would never think happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I mean, like you say, raising awareness. I mean, it's all a wonderful cause, and I'm sorry it's taken us this long to get to an interview. Holy Christ!
It's okay. I have them
I'm just
piled
finished with
up.
my leave, man. I just
I have them
yeah.
piled up. We just like to get them done when we can. They don't necessarily all go up right away, but it's like when we can get them done, it's like, okay, let's get it done. That way when it does go up, it's all ready to go. So I don't have like everybody piled up that I'm trying to kill myself doing it the last second. And it's funny, everybody has busy schedules, including my own. And, I have bad days like everybody else and things going on in my personal life. So we all have those that chaotic craziness and things that are going on. So it's not a really, everybody has great patience, and it's just, it all ends up working out, and it ends up being awesome in the end. So,
Well, I think we have a lot of passion.
yeah,
Passionate about something and feel very strongly about it. You're going to do everything you can.
yeah.
You're going to do everything you can for whatever that cause is. So yeah.
Yeah, what we advocate for here, we're all very passionate about. I am personally, that there's all forms of bullying, and people don't realize that there's just different names for it. Whether it's bullying, cyberbullying,
Yeah.
domestic violence, suicide awareness, child abuse, everything has different names. Like even mental health awareness, like
Yeah.
because everybody gets bullied for these
Yeah.
things. Doesn't you get bullied by your family? You get bullied by people outside of your family. It all
Yeah,
comes
and they
down to
don't.
a form of bullying.
Yeah, they don't. They don't realize it's a form of bullying. They just think that's normal behavior.
Right.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, you're there.
I'm here.
Sorry, everybody out there in viewer listening land. Jane and I were disconnected one time before, and we were both talking to dead air.
We were talking to ourselves. We had technical difficulties. I literally did have a conversation with myself for like almost 10 minutes, and then I hear like dead silence, and I'm like, okay, Sarah is not dead silent, so there's no way she's still there.
Hello? Did you just disconnect with me? Oh, Christ.
Yeah, no, I was
But
so funny. I was like, okay, let me make sure that like
I was
everything's
laughing.
okay.
But then you and I must be laughing at the same time, even though my phone had died. So, but
It was so
anyway,
funny.
so I do feel passionate about it too because I know so many people that have been bullied, so many people that have actually taken reign and taken charge. Some people haven't. They don't know how. And so I think your advocacy is wonderful. I think you're doing a brilliant job, Dean, and major kudos to you.
Thank you. I want to jump to. I, I appreciate that. I mean, I do it not forget to get anything back because I just want to do it for other
No.
people. But it does, I do
People
appreciate the
are
kind
aware of
words,
that.
when people.
People are aware of that. And it's a big thing. It's very heavy emotionally. It really is mentally, to have to listen to stuff like that every day and to deal with people. It's, I think about the social workers.
Mm-hmm.
I think about the nurses. I think about the cops. I think about a lot of people that deal with that shit and then bring it home. And it's very difficult not to, right? So I commend all of those people. I truly do. So major salute.
Yeah, no, I won't lie. I won't. I won't lie to you. It really is. It really is. It can be taxing and exhausting and stressing. I won't. I've said it many times to people because they're always like, "Oh, take care of you too." You're not taking care of yourself, Dana, because I'm always helping other people. But it's just in me. But you do have to take care of yourself too. But it is very. People don't realize that, and we get bullied as an organization as well. I mean, I've had people with the recent charity auction that we just had for Face Forward LA, that a donation we got, and we literally had people, because of the character on the show, they were condemning because of what the actor donated to us and what for the cause. And I was like, wow, like really, this, like, you're not bullying an organization and making these comments over raising money for charity. I was completely shocked and baffled that people really would go down to that level to do that. And I said, we're not a fan site. I said, we work with a lot of people from certain shows. I said, but that we're not a fan site. What we do is real serious here. And charity isn't a joke. And I just, we just got really down.
You can understand, though, Dana, how these people get mixed up that way. It's just,
yeah.
It's unfortunate, but, you've got to be patient. You've got to be,
yeah.
that's the
Yeah, no,
unfortunate
it's
thing.
not. It's not the first time it's happened. So it's kind of just like,
Yeah, I know.
we've been told to drink bleach, die of cancer. I mean, I've been told so many
Oh
different
God.
things. It's just like, I mean, you kind of let it roll off your shoulder, but it does bother you to a certain extent because we're human beings and
Absolutely.
it's hurtful stuff.
Yeah.
But so it is taxing, and people don't realize what this type of work does entail. But it is appreciated when people do recognize it. But either way, we do it from our hearts and souls, regardless whether we getting 100 thank yous or none. So, but it's always
Yep.
appreciated.
It's
I
not
just
about
wanted
that.
to touch base with you real quick because I know you said you've been bullied, and so now I wanted to ask you. I want to go into a little bit of the LGBTQ area for a little while, for a minute. Were you ever bullied for that? Was that ever an issue, or was that very supportive? With like, did you have a very good support system? For in your situation?
I had, I think I had a wonderful circle of friends, and that period.
Mm-hmm.
So that really helped me. I'm the more bullying I was talking about more in junior high school kind of thing.
Okay.
And I mean, the bullying was more about, well, look at that carrot top. Well,
Yeah.
they were always poking fun at my hair, right?
Right.
And it was the hair color. So the hair caught on fire a few times, but like seriously, these kids were just effed up.
Yeah.
But that's what I was talking about in that regard. But as far as the gay community, I always had good support. I always had a wonderful circle of friends. So they were always supportive, and I was never really bullied in that regard.
Right.
I was never, because I was always asking more about helping people, and I was always out there. Everybody knew who I was, and it was, so much fun. And I, tried to make it a better place. You try the best that you can.
Right.
And, a lot of volunteering, and there was a lot of stuff that was going on here in Vancouver that I got involved with. And, then once I got in the film industry, it was just no time for nothing, really. But, then you start to sense a different type of bullying that was going on in that industry. It's like, God, it's just, sometimes it's rampant. It's just not, it's awful.
No,
so,
I know.
But, not to disillusion anybody to getting into it. But, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Right?
No, but I mean, it's great that we also hear the stories that of great support, and that and stories that whether the person struggled or not, it's also good to tell those stories so people really have that sense of, hope that, okay, well, there are people that have these success stories of them coming out or, being bullied.
Oh my
And
God, let me tell you, I have a great story. When I came out to my dad, God love him. The only thing he said to me, he goes, well, just don't rule out men. And I went, looking at him going, Dad, I'm trying to tell you I'm gay. Right? And he goes, well, that's okay, dear. That's okay. But just don't rule out men. And I'm like, I'm kind of out of, hearing, Dad. Oh, I love you, dear. Oh, that's fabulous, that's great. But just don't rule out men. I'm like, no, Dad, it's not what I'm doing. God love him. And he was like my first number one fan. He was always there to support me. And then he said, okay, so do you want me to talk to Mum about you? And I went, Jesus, no, Dad, don't talk to Mum. Let me tell her when I'm ready to come out. And then for some reason, one day, this is just quite adorable, but, we lived in a sort of a three-story house, and I was up in my bedroom. My mum comes all the way upstairs, and I knew that nobody else was home. She came all the way upstairs, and she came into my room. She goes, dear, I'd like to speak to you. And I said, oh, okay. Right, but as soon as she turned around and closed the door, I was like, oh, Christ, why was she close the door with it? Okay, I'm in for some shite. What is this? And that's when she asked me if I were gay. And I had to explain to her, God love her. And then she cried and said, oh, I'm not going to have any ginger babies. And I went, oh, for crying out loud. You've got 2 sons, you've got 3 sons and another daughter. So I think it's all the work for me.
I think she's covered.
Yeah, she did get her ginger babies, but she goes, but it's not the same. It's not coming from you. And I went, oh, it's okay, Mom. Don't worry about it. Oh my God. God love them both. I lost them both several years ago, and
I'm
Anytime I
sorry to
see
hear
a
that.
ginger baby, I gravitate to him. I don't know what it is. Just gingers gravitate to gingers. But anyway, so go on. That was my
Such a beautiful, that's an
story.
adorable story. It's a beautiful story too, but it's an adorable story because your parents just sounded so adorable. But and that's
they were loving, and but you know, when I did eventually get when I got married to a very lovely Brazilian lass, Mum fell in love with her, and I thought, whoa, because she didn't like all the other girls that I got from. But she really fell in love with Deborah. And Deborah and I have now been married. We've been together 17 years. That's a long time. And we've been married for about 8 years.
Congratulations. That's awesome nowadays.
And, yeah, and so, you know, trials and tribulations of, you know, marriage and all that.
Yeah, but that happens.
But, you know, yeah, but no. But, you know, coming out to my parents was amazing. I was terrified. I was really terrified about, you know, my friends. There was one girl in particular, but again, that's a funny story too, but we're not talking about that. But I was just really lucky to be in a good family.
Yeah.
And all my brothers and sisters don't give a shite what I am. And, you know, lots of laughter to come. We're having a big family reunion this summer in about 3-4 weeks, so I can't wait to see them all.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Well, you know, that's great because it's really important to have family like that and supportive, and you know, unfortunately and sadly not everybody has that, or you know, in any capacity.
No,
some people have it a little bit, but
I have so many friends that have been, you know, they've been kicked out of their homes because they're gay, they've been disowned, they've been this, that, and the other thing, and everybody knows what all that is.
Yeah.
It's just such a shame that this is your own blood, flesh and blood, and you're going to be that way. Honest to God, you're going to kick your daughter out of your belly because, and that's their upbringing. That's what I think is that these young kids, their parents, it's their upbringing. God forbid anybody's going to be, you know, gay or lesbian. My God, it's just, I've got such a big heart. I just, you know, want to go and hold and hug everybody that, you know, beauties out of their heads. You know?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the same way, so I totally understand what you mean. You just kind of want to, like, hug everybody.
What you're doing, Dana, that's exactly why you're doing what you're doing, because you have a passion, you have a love for it. And I have a passion and a love for doing what I do. I mean, my job is just essentially being creative and being the on-set green person once upon a time. But at the same time, when people are, like, fascinated and curious, it's just you know, gregarious and personable. That's how I describe myself.
Yeah, but you connect with them. You connect with them on levels, and you know what you do. Everything that everybody does is important in that aspect because they're contributing to some portion of what they're here. What they're here to do, and that's what you do. And everybody loves you. When I first met you, I adored you. This like everyone always. I used to always hear all this stuff about Sara. So I was like, okay, I have to meet this Sara when I go to Vancouver. And you know,
I like the way you say my name. Oh, is that a Beyonce song?
It's my New York accent, so everything comes out a little bit differently.
I know, that's strange. I would love to go back to New York City.
I know. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you.
Hang with all the oncers.
I'm waiting for you. I'll be back to Vancouver before I wait for you here. Watch it.
Oh, that would be great.
I'm not gonna hold my breath. I'm just gonna wait till But I am gonna hold you to coming to New York at some point. We will have events here anyway. So, the one thing I like, it was just probably noises from my computer.
Wow.
Yeah, they make sometimes little notifications come from everywhere. So you know, it adds a little excitement to the interview. I usually like to close out with this with everybody. You know, if you can give a piece of advice or just words of wisdom to anybody out there struggling, what would they be? What would you say?
Come to my house and I'll beat the crap out of them. Sorry.
Well, that was pretty straightforward.
Everybody come to my house in Vancouver, BC, okay? My address is...
I don't think you should do that.
Hire me out and I'll go... Words of wisdom, jeez.
Do not give your address out.
Yeah, just give him a big, good Scottish case in Aberdeen. everything will be all good. They won't know what hit him, seriously. Because, if you get him right in the center of the forehead, if you get him right in the center of the forehead and just a good plunk, down they go. Words of wisdom, Jesus. I never thought of myself.
That actually is, people say you can sometimes kill people with kindness and kill them with love. Maybe some people just need that love, and you never know. Maybe that will do the trick.
What? A Scottish kiss?
Give him a big giant kiss.
Did everybody come to my house?
No, like kiss with lips, not like knocking heads.
Well, it'd be a lot better than knocking boots, wouldn't it? We should keep the population down. But anyways, what can I suggest? I mean, if you're being bullied, I seriously, if things are getting worse, you either need to go get help, and if it's minimal, just try and be brave and just like don't give them the satisfaction. That's what I say. Do not look at them. Don't give them the eye contact, even if they're calling you names. You just keep walking. And if they do attack, then that's their problem. It's not your problem. But essentially, do not give them the satisfaction, because that's what they're looking for. They want to get a response out of you. And I've dealt with a lot of people like that. It's just like bloody road rage here in Vancouver. If they're going to give you the finger, don't give them. Yeah. I don't have the patience for people, but yeah, the road rage is really bad here.
Yeah, it's no different here.
Don't give them the satisfaction. Don't give them the eye contact, and keep walking like you can't even hear them, or put in the earplugs, but don't have them turned on, right?
Yeah.
Just and just have them in your ears so that you can actually, you can start your acting profession, right? Put your earplugs in. Oh yeah, rub the head. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is great. Just ignore them. Jesus, that's what I do. Just ignore them.
Yep.
Don't give them the satisfaction. That's exactly what they're looking for.
Exactly. All right, guys, you heard it straight from Leaf Lady. You heard it. That's her piece of advice. So probably should follow it.
Or come call on my door.
Or we have to all go knock on Sarah's door.
That'd be funny day now for a shite load of people next week knocking on the door going, "Hey!"
Well, that would be your fault.
That would be my problem, yes.
I'll come and I'll be like, no, she wasn't serious. It's just a joke. You're gonna have like a bunch of people on your doorstep.
People have to do Scottish kisses. How about that? Come to Vancouver, the Leaf Lady will teach you Scottish kiss. There you go.
Okay, there you go. All right. Well, that's what's gonna happen.
Everybody, hang in there, be strong. Seriously, that's the real unfortunate tough thing, is that if you are not as strong as a lot of people are, just hang in there and try to be strong. It'll build character. Unfortunately, it will bring you strength. It will bring you a lot of things, and you'll be amazed at what you can do. So, I just think, no satisfaction, and just, I'm all giving you a hug right now, getting emotional.
Ah, good. See, love it. See, okay, yeah. So that was...
I'm hugging you all out there in New York City, no matter where you are, just hug, give me lots of love.
So we'll just, hugs all around, and everybody could always use those. So that's great advice, absolutely. And that's why you are one awesome badass lady, and we love you here. So thank you so much for
you're very welcome.
Taking the time and chatting about this very important topic. I appreciate it. And I hope you guys all enjoyed our conversation and also got a little laugh and fun with it, which we love to do, and hope that, we succeeded in that. We don't, it wasn't all too serious. So everybody be...
Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of, you gotta have a little something in there to make you laugh or
yeah,
a lot, because
absolutely.
Life, I mean, the world right now is just like, I can't even say, but it's just not in a good place right now.
Right.
And so you got to laugh at yourself. I do that a lot.
I do the same thing.
That's probably why. Oh my God. Yeah, you just got to laugh at yourself and don't take things too seriously. But when that stuff is happening, like I said, just got to.
Absolutely. Okay, guys. Message, as we always say when we sign off: be kind and love big.
Yeah. Be good to one another.
Absolutely.